I'm here to tell people point blank. Here in Kenya, you cannot be able to brood that chick. If you have best breed of bird, with 100 birds, you can be able to pocket a net profit of 15,000 per month. Total. How? 36,000 amount. Oh. So that is the total amount that you have collected within a month with 100 birds. Hizo ni zenye zimerara, ni kushiba. Hata ni mapema. Sasa ndipo tunapatanga stairs.
Wow.
Nikujaribu tu. Nikujaribu ile ya Mkikuyu. Hapo area. I hope unaona.
Hey. This is nice.
You have another growers here. Kuja uone hizi zingine. Mrepo.
Na nyinyi mnaazimate from here. Wow.
Hapa ndani
na hivi toroka
haziwezi. Hapa ndani tuko na improved kienyeji. Ukiangalia improved kienyeji zangu unaona kwenye mayai inateremkia. So na pia kuna dove.
Yeah, check it down.
Hizo ni ornamental. Inakuanga maua yangu.
Oh. Sawa.
Yeah.
So unekanga kuku tape gani Francis?
Thank you for that question, because many people who might see this video and they say that they want to do poultry farming, and then they go direct to the market and they buy birds and start feeding them. Then later on they come back in the comment section of your YouTube and say Francis Riders, because hizi kuku hazinipei faida zinanichoma. For you to know which breed to keep, you must consider different factors. One, it is market. Two is reason why you want to keep them. That is also entails about the market, because there are those people who keep birds for ornamental, there are those who might keep them for luxury, and also there are those who may keep them for business. And for me, I keep commercial layers. I keep commercial layers because I have the market for them, and I've been able to reduce the cost of layering them. Remember, we have come past COVID, whereby in the hospitality industry was really affected. When we are talking about the hotel, supermarket and others, by then mayai ilikuwa na shida sana, lakini au kupatikana watu walikuwa na mashamba kubwa sana. You can name them the companies that sell plots. They find themselves, wakati tulikuwa tunawekwa quarantine, waliangalia wakaona wakati wenye lockdown iliisha, watu wote walikimbia mtu mwenye alikuwa na kashamba akaanza kujenga. So ukinunua plot ya 40 by 80 ulikuwa unapata mtu amejenga nyumba imejaa huko yote. Until wakakuja kurealize, wakafanya mistake, unajenga nyumba imejaa, iko na boch, iko na mfanyikazi, iko na watoto, iko na watchman and others. Those people at the end of the day, very early in the morning, they might require some breakfast, and also from the breakfast wanahitaji mayai. That's what made my demand of eggs to be high. Na space hakuna. So tukaangalia the method that you can be able to raise the same birds without using a lot of feeds, without getting small size of eggs. That's where we came with battery cage system. We import our cages from Germany. We deal with original cages. We sell them. And when we are talking about the cages, we have categories of cages. We have a Hasra cage, because as you can see, when you are coming all the way, those people who are showing you direction, they are border guys. And one day they came here at my farm and they asked me, Francis, we have been bringing visitors here to come and train, to learn. And us as border people, how can we be able to join this farming? And that's when I came with a cage called Compassionate Cage. A Compassionate Cage carries 12 birds that are laying. It carries 1 bag of feed, and also that cage for the same capacity, we sell it at 50,000. From there, that person graduated from a border to increase. So we bring another cage of 32 birds capacity that we sell at 25,000. Later on, the same person graduated to have now half cage. Half cage is to carry 64 birds, we sell it at 35,000. And then from there, we graduated to now a bigger cage of 128 birds. We sell at 45,000. So from there, all the way from 100,000 to 10,000, we have those cages. What are cages? Cages are the system that you use to raise birds. Remember, for you to have quality eggs, big size, to have good production and good profit margin, you must control that birds. So in the cage they are being controlled, there is no movement, there is no wastage of feeds, there is no wastage of energy, there is no essence of stress. So the production of making one tray of an egg, you can be able to be used around 280 shillings. So when you are spending 280 shillings to make a tray, you can be able to sell that tray at 400 or 450. You're making a good profit, and that's why if you see people complaining online about the issue of the market of the eggs and others, for us we don't complain because we are good.
Ningekuuliza pia unatoanga wapi market yako, but most of it najua ni through referrals and everything else.
No, I don't do that. What I do before joining online, majority of people wanaenda kusearch information. And you might be overwhelmed wakati wenye watu wamekuja amekuuliza maswali and you are not capable to respond to them. So what did I do as Francis? I started one group called Francis Wakuku Teachings. It is an WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, Francis Wakuku Teachings, there are veterinaries officers, there are farmers, there are those people, like the way we are taking this interview, there are those people who come and ask their question. I'm not the one who is selling the birds. But I'm not the one who have sold birds to them, but they come and ask me some different questions whereby I respond, and also they interact with other farmers. From there, I have another group called Francis Wakuku Egg Market Network. In that group, have those people who buy eggs, export and import of the eggs, and also from there are supermarket people and other people who are doing eggs business. So when I start farming with you, I just add in that group that of Egg Market Network. You just need to post your egg there and you say your location. And now as the admin of the group, I will verify to say that you are genuine supplier or genuine farmer. So, and I will give you the direction on how much you can sell your egg. So there is no day you will come and say that hakuna mayai, because also unajua kuna watu wanakoniwa online na mayai. Sasa kwetu hakuna kukoniwa, unapost hapo unasema mayai yako iko upande gani na kuambia ni pesa ngapi inakujiwa. From there, our birds live for a duration of 2 years. We have another group called Francis Wakuku X-Rares Market. That is a group whereby kuku zimemaliza kutaga, you want how to dispose them. So kwa hiyo group, kwa hiyo X-Rares Market, hiyo group uko na watu wenye wako hapo ndani wananunua wa city market, anakuja na zinunulia hapo. What does that tell you? When you fall in my umbrella, when it comes to the issue of pig, when it comes to the issue of poultry, everything is sorted. So wewe kazi yako tu ni kuwekelea pesa yako, upeane space ya kufanyia project, hasa unafanyia project. Yeah.
Sawa. Alafu another question that nilikuwa nayo ni how do you, kuku zako zinazaana ama kuna venye unazi incubate ama unapata je kuku zako ndio ama zinalalia?
There are those lies that people have been telling people about incubation of layers chick. I'm here to tell people point blank. Here in Kenya, you cannot be able to brood that chick.
The layer
in quote, because of the system. Are we together? So we buy them when they are dead chick. We buy them from Kenchi.
As in Francis, you cannot be able to...
You cannot breed layers chick. So we buy them, not breed, but you cannot be able to hatch.
You know
there is the difference between hatching. Hatching is just the process of taking that egg to become a chick. And now brooding is the process of taking the chick to become a hen. So you can be able to brood, but you cannot be able to hatch. So most of these chicks come from Uganda, Tanzania, and also Kenchi in Kenya. So we buy the chicks when they are day old. We brood them and feed them. Then we sell them when they are 2 months to lay. Remember, they require more supervision when they are day old chick. So you might find them even dying. So to avoid that and that risk, that's why we brood them for you, and we sell them when they are remaining 2 months to lay. So when we sell them, we sell together with the cages, we sell together with the feeds. We feed them just for a duration of 2 months, then you join our group of eggs market. Yeah.
Well, wase pia kuku najua iko na kazi mingi, stories of vaccination and all that. Also pia niliona in one of your videos ni kama mna producing chicken feeds.
Yes, when it comes to the issue of feeds, we always tell farmers that anything that is making many farmers to fail in this industry is about feeds. For you to make quality feeds, you require 100% nutrients. When we are talking about 100% nutrients, we are talking about 50% should be energy. Energy is being comprised of broken maize, maize germ, porad, rice porridge, wheat bran. Those are the energy that we are talking about. When from energy that is 50%, we have 30% which is protein. And now the protein is being grouped into two, plant protein and an animal protein. When we are talking about plant protein, we are talking about soya, we are talking about cotton, we are talking about sunflower, and also we are talking about jukaranga, macadamia, all those are plant protein. From there we talk about animal protein. We are talking about omena, ochonga, black soldier flies, bone meal. Those are the one that yes, those are the one that consist of animal protein. So from there we have another 10% should be the mechanism of which your birds or pigs take water. Remember, when you break that shell of an egg, you get a lot of water. That water, it is the one that also implicated when the bird is taking that water. So for that one, you have the mechanism that might make your birds to make more water, to take more water. So when you are using a depleter method, whereby you are using the water can, your bird may not be able to take that enough water, because most of the water inamwagika chini. But when you are using cages through the nipple, you see them when we go there upstairs. Through the nipple, we just elevated the nipple. So the moment the bird pressed the nipple, the water just goes inside the stomach of the bird through a siphon way. So even the bird, if it was not able to take that, it was not really take that a lot of water. Through the cages, it will take more water. And then the other last percentage is about the nutrients and the enzyme, because feed might be having aflatoxin. You need something we call toxin binder. You need something we call methamine. All those things, when you put together, they should add up to 100% nutrient. Another problem lies here. Many companies that are within our locality and also within our country, Kenya, they are always here to make feeds. So majority of them, they make feeds, but farmers, we are the litmus to test whether the feeds are good or bad. So if today you buy a feed from a certain company and you find them performing well, next time you go to the same company, you find that they have already decided the formulation, because they thought the feed performed well, but between the profit margin it was less, and they want to increase. So in the name of increasing the profit margin, they distorted the formulation. So you are the one to suffer. And that's why, as Francis Wakuku, we decided, for those people who are doing like us, we are doing poultry farming. We have our own way of mixing our own feeds. And also we guide our farmers. And maybe you are in Nakuru and you are not able to bring feeds there. We can be able to tell you, go and buy feeds from another company and do a sample. We guide you practically on how to detect whether they have a lot of where they have the required energy, or the required. Yes, I have a way, but it is all through experience, because I may tell you to take them to laboratory. You may not be having finances to do the same, but for our case, we don't require a laboratory. You just require a glass of water, and also you require your pump to confirm whether the feeds are good or bad. That will be another reason for those people who come here, because sasa tukiwapea yote hawatakuja. So wacha tuachishie ile huwa tunabakishia kanini ka vifaranga ili wakuje. So if you are able to make quality feeds, if you are able to use original cages, there is no day you will come to complain, because right now different people are going all the way online. Niliona mtu anauza cages anakimbilia. Unapata cage unauziwa, I'm not here to fight anyone. Unapata cage unauziwa 35, nyingine 25, unasema Francis ako expensive. Unaenda kwa huyo. Then after certain period unakuja kwa inbox. Francis, cage zangu zinamwaga maji. Unakaa kama mwingine, Francis, mbona feeder zangu zinakaa green? Unakaa baada ya dakika zingine, Francis, mbona mayai yangu inavunjika? Unasahau you decided to go in a cheaper way. So you went to that cheap cages, then the problems comes. Mimi cage yangu ukinunua at that 45, it have a guarantee to stay more than 10 years.
What?
There is no issue ya mayai kuvunjika. There is no issue of those diseases because when you use fake cages that are being sold majority by people online, I know I'm not yet mentioned them, unapata by the end of the day, all these challenges that we are trying to overcome, when you are the challenges that you are facing through deep litter, when you are using the same cage, the non-quality cages or fake cages as we call them, you will find yourself all these challenges that you are moving from, you have all the way carried them to the same system that you are doing, and that's why later on you find people complain, wanasema mimi hata nikilima na kuku hazina pesa, kuja kwangu mimi sasa natakanga huyo mwenye ameuziwa cage fake, mwenye kuku zake zimekataa kuperform, anipigie simu aniambia ako nazo, nazinunua leo, kesho nauza mayai na nakaa nazo miaka 2 na yeye alikuwa ameshindwa kukaa nazo mwaka moja. Yes.
So alafu after how long do una collecting mayai kutoka kwa hiyo? Na ni ngapi zina producing ngapi like
like in the 6 prison that we are having, it's a very simple mathematics. If you have quality cage, if you have quality feeds, if you have best breed of bird, with 100 birds you can be able to pocket a net profit of 15,000 per month. How? You just for 100 birds they need 5 bags of feeds. A bag is going out with 4,200. So you take 4,200 multiplied by 5, that is 21,000. Assuming you are collecting 3 trays a day with 100 birds, that means 10 of them they are not laying. So that is 400 multiplied by 300 by 3, that is 1,200. If you multiply them, you know the problem with me, I'm an accountant. Yeah. So if you multiply 1,200 times 30, you'll be getting 36,000. 36,000, now that is the total, 36,000 amount. So that is the total amount that you have collected within a month with 100 birds. Now you want to remove the expenses. The first expenses in chakula, we have realized that 5 bags it is 21,000. So if you less 36,000 from
how many kgs?
Yes, 70 kg. If you less 36,000 from 21,000, you are being left with 15,000. That is a net profit. So with the 1,000 birds, you can be able to get 150k per month. In our case, we are collecting around 70 trays a day. Don't do the calculation, but you can see what we are getting.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Alafu pia ni hiyo story ya cages na laying eggs.
Yeah.
Of course tena ukojua la tune venye zina lesika ile story ya kienyeji azin mmeiwekea place jua shinindi na tega.
Even the kienyeji, we have come to solve these challenges in this industry. We are starting construction of kienyeji cages. Right now I have a team in Kirinyaga. They are constructing a kienyeji warehouse to accommodate 300 kienyeji, improved kienyeji. So soon and very soon, we will be showing you the new arrival of the cages that we are using for kienyeji, also to reduce the cost and also to increase the production as we have mentioned here. Yeah.
All right.
So I think the best thing that we can do, we just come outside the gate, because I want to give you a good crib. We enter in this farm. From there, we join the other farm.
That one is also yours.
This is also mine.
Hizi nyumba za huku.
Unaona sasa zile nyumba za ghorofa tunajenga pale juu.
Tunazijengea kama watu.
Zinakaa kama watu because mimi lento siwezitaka. But because in future nitakuja nizeeke, kijana wangu aniambie sasa amekuwa jenzia niambia hataki kulima kuku.
Although yeye ni alpha.
Although yeye ananiambianga anatakanga kulima kuku, anataka kukaa kama babake. So in future wakati atasema hata lima kuku, hizo atazitumia kama lento. But in the meantime, right now we are using them for chickens. Yeah.
That's a very good investment.
Leo
umeitoa kabisa at heart kabisa. Alafu unaweza ambia je these young people juu sahi watu wengi wanatanga ile job ya kuandikwa, wakiambiwa wafanye hizi kazi hizi kufuga huku, they can't, wanataka hizo ofisi nini wangare hivyo.
I'll tell the young people that are working today, if you God have blessed you with a white collar job, don't be satisfied with the pay slip that you are getting.
Yeah, because it can end anytime.
Not ending. Take advantage of the pay slip that you are getting. You must have been having a difference with someone who have been employed and someone who is not employed. Have a good relationship with bank. Take a loan.
Francis, unajua watu wengi wanaogopanga kuchukua loan.
Wait a minute. Take a loan. When you take a loan, assuming you are getting 30,000, don't be happy with the 30,000 or 40,000 you are getting a payslip.
Yeah.
Take a loan. With that payslip, be left with around 10,000. So the 20,000, you have committed it to a bank, assuming Equity and other banks.
Yeah.
It can be able to give you a loan of around 1.5 million. Come here to Francis. I give you a business idea. You may not be having a plot, but where you have come from, you are from your mother or your father. You have a plain place. You can be able to do something.
Yeah.
Out of these 30,000 you have been getting, when you invest, you'll be able to be getting 100,000 per month. Plus the 10,000 you have been left with it in a payslip, you'll be having around 110,000. You are good to go. But the problem that you're having today, our people are getting 30,000 or 40,000 in a payslip. They want to start to stay a luxury life. Unapata mtu ananunua gari, anakaa kwa nyumba ya kukomboa. Unapata mtu ananunua loan ni kubadilisha furnitures. By the end of the day, wakati wenyewe kazi itafika imekuwa terminated. Huyo mtu anapata depression, anaanza kulewa, tunampata huko kwa barabara, anaanza kutengeneza pay bill, tunaanza kumuombea na kumchangia. So even the celebs that we are having today, ile event yenye unaenda, it is like a circle, it's like a matatu work. Leo umeitwa gig, huku wanayo. Umeipata leo umepewa 20,000. Kesho hujui kama utaipata. So ukipewa hiyo 20,000, utakula hiyo 20,000 yote iishe. But kama ulikuwa na process, kama ni nguruwe unapea, ununulia nguruwe chakula, by the end of next month, utafanya kitu inaitwa impulse buying, or impulse spend, because you spend something because you have it. So utaitumia place nyingine, and now ukikuja kuharvest, utakuwa na ample time, you'll be having the idea to concentrate that money together and do something good. Yeah. So and also hii mambo na kutumika, tuseme kama unatumia kama gunza, unatumika na politician. Huyo politician ukimpata mwambie nipe tenda, mimi I can be to supply eggs, nipe tenda. Baada ya kuniambia nikaende nikarushe mawe, nipe tenda. Kama si hivyo umeniambia turushe mawe nikusukanishie vijana, leta 50,000. Kuja na hiyo 50,000, anza na compassionate cage. Baadaye umekota hizo mayai. Hizo mayai hata boil, hata uzie mtu wa boiling. By the end of the day, do you know these people ambao wanauza mayai na crate hivi kuzungusha kwa barabara, is boil. Do you know that person can be able to make 30,000 per month? Yeah. And also hakuna mambo na deduction. It's very simple. I have one guy mwenye anakujianga mayai hapa. He's making 30,000 per month. Na ametoa all those expenses. So kazi iko kwa mkono. Watu waache kutumia mihadarati, waache kutumia ulevi, waache kusumbuana na online na meno. Use the TikTok and Facebook and all social media handles to grow you, not to destroy someone. Yeah.
Alafu Saju, uko na hii experience ya kuku nini, which is the best chicken breed yenye unaweza advise?
Kwa dunia kuna vitu mingi nasemanga siwezitaka. Ya kwanza siwezitaka kutembea na miguu. Hiyo ni kitu moja. Ya pili siwezitaka kulima ng'ombe.
Why?
Kitu ya pili juni stress. Ya tatu siwezi kalima improved kienyeji juu sina soko. Siwezi lima broilers juu sina soko. But siwezi lima mbuzi kwa sababu ni stress. But nitalima nguruwe kwa sababu niko na soko na ninajua kuzilima. Nitalima kuku za mayai kwa sababu niko na soko. So it's a very simple way. Don't join a business without know-how. Yeah.
Oh. Yes. Na nini manure yako collection unapeleka wapi?
Manure yangu, because I'm a compassionate guy. I fellowship at JCM Compassion Church. And I reside within people and people who are doing farming. As I have said, I'm the one who is not doing cow. Someone else does the cow. So the manure that we are getting from our farm, remember, it does not have sawdust. It is a clean manure. So that manure tunaiwekanga hapo nje. We give the community free of charge. We don't sell. We give the community free of charge. I pay people to do the cleaning and then they put it outside there. Any person in need of it, anakuja anachukua. Na ukiangalia hii area yetu ukikuja, umeona venye mahindi ziko smart. Nikikuja huku juu ni kwa mawe, watu wako wana harvest. But wakati yenye niliwapea manyua, their harvest ndio unapatanga bibi, unasikia bibi ananiambia leo nimepewa mahindi na mtu fulani.
Juu tu niwapea kiasi manyua.
Nimepeana manyua. Mwingine anasema nimepewa mboga na mtu fulani. Hata tuwajui wenye wanachukuanga manyua. The remaining, the residue that we are having, tunaweka kwa biogas.
Kuna biogas?
So hiyo manyua ikiwekwa kwa biogas ndio bibi anatumia kupika. Ndio inatumika kupikia umbwa zangu for security. So kwetu hakuna wastage. Sisi hatuna kitu ya kuwaste.
Na hiyo ni mind ya a farmer, guys, millionaire. So I think we'll go right to the other side. Mali amesema kuna nyumba.
Yes. Nitakuonyesha kidogo tu. Uone, but I will tell people it is a journey. This is a journey of around, it is a dream that I've been there, but it is a journey of four good years. And I'm believing, yes, and I'm believing that in the next few years to come, we will now be doing it in a large number, and also praying that one day I'll get, this business that I'm doing, I don't have any grant or any sponsor. It is only by grace of God. But I know there are those people outside there, they are looking to people to give money, wakuja wanipe pesa ninunue shamba kingine iko hapa.
So this is a small space, umeweza kuutilize every bit of it. Inampatia income generation, ni side hustle, but you guys,
sisi hatuna hii stage. Ukiangalia hapa, unaona hii space hapa, cameraman anaweza onyeshana. Unaona hii space hapa hivi? Hii ni kitchen garden. Tunataka pale kupanda, ni construction tunataka kumaliza. Bibi sasa hakuna mambo na kununua mamboga na tomato, watakuwa nazichukua hapo. That is the plan that we are doing. So I'll just give you an opportunity to take my 30 minutes. I show you and I take you through, ni kuonyesha venye tunafanya ili watu waone it is possible.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Really. So nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. So unajua kama leo umejipaka makeup. Nimejipaka makucha. These are my makeups. This is my makeup. So wewe sasa wewe ujipaka makeup zako. These are my makeups. So sisemangi ni crutches. So I will allow you people to see our farm. So these are the separation that we always use to carry the birds. It's always good to carry birds when they are in a good health status. These are the separation that we use. These are our cars that are for transportation. Yes, they have my brand, Francis Wakuku. I have around 2 of them.
Kuibia hizi chuma watu wa mali.
Unajua wameokoka andukangi ovyo ovyo, na kama utumiangi vitu za wenyewe uwezi ibiwa. So ukiangalia in this plot ambao tuko hapa, this is a plot of 30 by 60. Cameraman anaweza onyeshana vizuri. This is a plot of 30 by 60. In this plot we have an office. We have a go down for storage of feeds. In future we have the machineries of manufacturing the feeds, and also it is also the place that we have our own biogas, and downstairs we have a place to accommodate around 200 pigs, and the plot is 30 by 60. So I'll just go inside and show you what we are doing, and benye tutaendelea. So the plot looks like this.
Lakini Francis, hapa si malumeka nini? Ziko kama ndo utazileta.
Wote kuna
ndani.
Hakuna kitu tunaleta.
Guys.
Kila kitu hivi.
Taisindelea.
Nothing that we are going to do.
Tutapita. Sasa sisi tumetoka kwa wakulima.
This is the biogas. Hii biogas ni yenye inaisha. Tunaona waste yake kwenye huo inawekewa. Ni venye inaisha, inataka kuwekwa leo. This is the biogas. Hapa tunataka kuweka at least hata umbo zikiangalia zisiharibu. Na kwa sababu kuna watu wanaweza kuja kusoma, these are the toilet and the bathroom.
This one?
na sasa nitakuwa na project ya control secretary. Itakuwa ni kijana wangu mwenye anafanya kazi huko pale, ni go down. Yes, hiyo ni go down. Huko juu ni store ya chakula, hii ingine itakuwa store ya chakula, na juu kabisa kutakuwa nyumba za kuku. Hapo unaona hii pila, hapa tunataka kuweka tank. Kwa hiyo nyumba zetu tumetengeneza hapa tunataka kuweka tank yenye itaweza kuaccommodate 10,000 liters of water. So maji itakuwa inakuja hapa. Hii house yote maji itakuwa inakuja hapo. So tumetoka hapa, na that's why nikwambia ni 30 by 60. Sawa? Nikuja hapo, tunaingia sasa kwenye tulikuwa. Hapa ndio kwangu. Unaingia kwangu. Sasa tunaingia kwa gate moja, tunaingia kwa
tokea.
Yes. Nikuja hapa. Hapa nao kwa na project kadhaa. Hapa ndani
na zitoroka
haziwezi. Hapa ndani tuko na improved kienyeji. Ukiangalia improved kienyeji zangu unaona kwenye mayai inateremkia.
Ngoja niingie.
Ingia. Mayai inateremkia pale.
Hizi azi talking wapi?
Azikuli. So na pia kuna dove.
Check it down.
Hizo ni ornamental. Inakuanga maua yangu. Sawa? Hizo zinakuanga maua yangu. Ziko hivyo. Those are the doves, ni maua zangu za kujiangalilia.
So Francis, zikilay egg, zikianguka, zikishataga mayai,
inateremka hapo.
Hazivunjika?
Hapana, that is now we call improved kienyeji cage. Haijamalizika, we are doing it in a practical so that later tutaonyesha watu ikuwa complete. Kwa unaona construction ya mbao, construction ya mbao ikuangi decent. Inakaanga ka uchafu fulani. So tukitoka hapo, ngoja nikuonyeshe vile.
Hapo ndio niwekea chakula lakini.
Hapo nikuwekea chakula, water system unaona zinatumia nipples, tank ndio hiyo pale ndani, apparently wa kuku.
Zinaweka bika hapa kwa hii nipples zinakunywa.
Zinakunywa maji.
Kwani ziko trained?
Kabisa, zimeokoka kama mwenyewe. So from there, nilikwambia kwanza tuingia kwa nguruwe. Alafu sasa tukuje kwa kuku. Juu tutapandia hapa tukionanga kuku zote, si ndio? Hapa unaweza uliza kwa nini manyua hainuki huku? Hii ni biodigester. Manyua yote ya nguruwe ikitoka inakuja hapa. Ikikuja hapa inatolewa maji. Inatoka ikiwa maji. Nimekwambia pale nataka kulima mboga. Sasa hii maji itakuwa inatoka hapa, nitakuwa napiga na pump, inaenda inalima mboga. Ndio hii. Hii ni biodigester. Sawa? Tukikuja hapa tuko na security. Hii ni ya umbwa. Haziwezi zikakupika nikiwa huku. Hii ni security ya umbwa. Hizi usiku niko na umbwa 12. Hapa hii farm iko na 6 na ile farm nyingine 6. I have German Shepherd and bulldogs. So, tuingia hapa ndani. Ulikuwa unauliza kama nguruwe ziko huku?
Ama juu hapo nikaa kuna nguruwe.
Hapa hakunuki. Hapa huku ni kwa nguruwe. Huku ni kwa nguruwe ambazo tuko nazo. So tuingie huku ndani. Acha nipite hapo.
Tulid kwanza. Nasema nguruwe zinakulanga watoto wake ama
hazikurangi, hiyo inakuanga uongo. Ukiangalia hapa hii ni breed ya kwanza, hizi ni tunauzanga pregnant. Hii ni large white. Pregnant tunauzanga 60,000. Na huwa hazisimami. Ukiangalia hapa pengine pia tuko na large white.
Unakulaje? Hivyo tu.
Hivyo tu. Unaona zimekula zikalala. Hiyo ni hizo ni zenye zimerara, ni kushiba. Tunakuja ona kama hebu shika hapa ukarushe huko ama acha ni karete kashika, acha
nikashike Francis,
acha nikushikie. Jesus. Sasa ukiangalia hapa hizi ni zingine,
hizi unaweza kula mtu.
Hizi ni zingine we are preparing, we sell our pigs when they are 5 months. So hizi ziko na 3.5 months tunaziprepare kwenda soko. Ukiangalia hapa
na pia kuna soko za nguruwe really available.
Yeah, ukiangalia hapa tuko na hizi zingine, hii ilizaa juzi. Hii inaitwa D-Lock.
So all of them are the same breed.
Yeah. Tutoke hapo.
Nafani.
Tuko na wengine hapa, huu mwingine Hampshire bado alizaa juzi. Tuko na huu mwingine hapa. So the whole of this place, it can be able to accommodate around 200 pigs.
Yeah, it's quite a big place.
Are we together?
Yeah.
Tutoke kwa nguruwe sasa. Leo nimwambia ni kutembea tu kuonyesha ukulima. Muone what really people we are doing. Tukiambia watu disability is not inability, wanaamini. Tunauzianga watu kuku ambazo zinataga. Na wale siku ambao wana book kuku ambazo zinataga ndizo hizi hapa. Kuconfirm zinataga ndio mayai.
Na siku haijaisha.
Haijaisha? Hata ni mapema. Sasa ndio tunapatanga stairs. Ili mkisema mtu ako na koti kwa ofisi, shauri yenu.
What?
Yes.
Guys, you know how that works?
Pia tunauzia watu kuku zinaitwa brewers. Zenye zimebakisha miezi 2 kutaga.
Zinakaa suku.
Ndio hao. Kama utaki tunakwambiaga eda.
Utafute mali unaona.
Ukiangalia huku ndani, unaweza fungua hapo ndani uone keje kuna kuku.
Wow.
Nikujaribu tu. Nikujaribu ile amekuyu. Hapo area. I hope unaona.
Hey, this is nice.
You have another growers njahia. Unaona hizi zingine? Mareko. Mara umako.
Mbele afunga kitu.
Maido Niki. So, huku napo vingine tunafanya brooding ya kuku. Space yetu iko hivi. Sasa mpande na huyu, hawataki through muone huko kwingine. Wada tu. Waonyeshe huko kwingine.
Francis wa kuku.
Anaitwa Francis wa kuku.
Sawa. Hizi tutaelezea ni nini tunajua.
Huwa tunaelezea.
Wow, hizi ndio food mnatengeneza? Na nyinyi mnazimake from here? Wow. So hizi ndio feeds zenye kina Francis wa kuku wana make and they sell it at very affordable prices. Na venye mmetia kwa interview and include major vitamins chicken. So these are what he was talking about, guys. Ndio hizi ana feed kuku zake nazo. So he keeps chickens na pia anazitengenezea food zao. Okay? Wow. Yeah. Huku Julio kwati. Hapa ni kwati, amesema ni Katang? Ama ni wapi? Ni hapa Hapa ndio kwa Katang. Wow. Wow. Check. Mayai, guys. Hizi zalezi mayai? Jana. Bado za leo mjaguza. Zingine zinavunjika. So this is the place, guys. In another part, kuna hizo zingine chini mmeziona zenye bado ziko. So wow, mimi hata I'm amazed. Yes. So for anything about chicken, mnaweza contact Francis wa kuku, nikiweka namba yake hapo chini. You guys can call him to educate everything about chicken, everything about brooding, layering and everything. Chakula huko kama mnataka, this is the place to go. Okay? Ninakaa tu kama ile ya duka. Takni. Hivyo. Ni tu. Kuna karembo kama ni kala. Hizi zinakwanga tuna moja.
Kama growers.
Growers zinaanzia 3. Kuna maji tofauti. Hizi chicken nimezi train. Zinajua zinatoka kale maji. Zinajua kutoka hapo.
Zinajuanga. Unaona hizo vitu zinahang. This is white things.
Tunauliza.
Kitambo. Some few years ago, this is what was being used even for these big ones. Kitambo.
Imagine, mimi najua kuku, ile kutumia kama hivi maji, alafu wanaweka maji wanaweka container hivi, alafu wanamisha hivi. Mimi najua ngasi hiyo type. Actually nimekuja sana nika learn hapa about this.
Sasa hiyo.
Hii ni maji ni zile pipes ziko pale kwa kona.
Kama kulikuwa na hiyo maji.
Mtu anajua.
Some few years ago.
Uvuchi pia sisi tunatumianga hiyo huko.
Hizo za kitambo.
Sasa kama wale wafadhili wanapeanga watu pesa, wakuja wanipe.
Atakuwa inaenda to the right thing.
Mpate watu wakistuka. Fanya. Yeah, kama hii shares nikipata pesa, nafaa kuibadilisha sasa. Iwe kitu fulani hata kama ni ya mawe. It's a very simple project. But
the space is so much utilized in a very good way. Space yako umeutilize. Unajua sasa tumetoka na shamba lakini wanasema wanapeananga reasons hawataki kufanya
shamba.
I think also my friend pale ako na questions zako mbili anataka kuuliza.
Niko hapa nijibu.
Lea, if you can come umuulize. I'll give you the opportunity to come umuulize 2 questions zenye unataka atujibu. Pia ni farmer, Nyandarua kwao. Tick.
That's nice. Huku umeona kama project ndogo.
Ndogo Francis. Wewe ndogo. Wow.
Next time utapata unaona kwa ile boma ya juu. Ile yenye umeona kukuzikozi pale. Sasa hiyo unataka ikuje hadi kwa gate. Next 1 week. Zinafaa kuwa zimefika hapo kwa gate. Ukiangalia hapa na aerial, unaangalia shamba yote venye iko.
Tukiomoka tukue na drone tufanye nini, tutarudi tufanye interview na to take aerial view. Waone, si ndio? So Lea, you have 2 questions. Ama 1 question you would like to ask Francis. So nikupatie mic.
Hi Francis.
Hi too.
My name is Lea.
Okay.
And we are colleagues with Susan.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very impressive to visit your farm. I've really wanted to, but I didn't know how. You see, God makes ways.
God
sent me the best. My question is, what advice would you give somebody who is wanting to start poultry farming afresh without any knowledge, and it's their first time to start, and maybe they want to venture in poultry farming? What advice would you give them?
The first advice is to tell them to come and learn. We offer training from Monday to Saturday. We have trained personnel who are ready to take you through from the scratch to the end. As you are talking right now, we have another person from Mohia Wamaingi. You know him. Amekuja kutrainwa because Mohia is willing to start with around 100 pigs. And our supervision, already we have finished the construction of the big state. So we do training. 2, he should be having a positive vision and mission. And 3, he should be loving whatever he is doing. Because if you do something that you don't love in it, you may find yourself falling down. But those challenges that many farmers that encounters when they start project. Majority of them we have encountered them and we solved them. That's why you have find us that it's like a smooth path. But before then, all the challenges that we had passed through, now we cannot allow our new farmers who are joining us or who are joining the industry to face them.
And now that you've said you do trainings from Monday to Saturday, what are the charges, or is it free of charge?
What we do, we don't mention charges through online, please on bill. There are those people who have been coming here, they have been telling me that they have paid someone who have approached them and tell them that this is Francis Wakuku. Others, you find them even losing more than 10,000, whereby we cannot charge 10,000. It is just below that.
Yeah.
And we train you and both practically and theory. So for those people who are willing to come and to be trained, I always give my number. Always, I have two numbers. Registered at my ID, Francis Mwirore Njeri. My numbers are 0717 108 735 or 0702 875 358. You just need to do an SMS. You tell us the number of the part you want to do, your location, and we serve with a quotation. If you want training, you just need to tell us we want to book for Monday training or Tuesday or Wednesday. We give you a reflection of our brochures, you know, what we charge. But I'm surely new. As I always say that I live a compassionate life. Even those ones that I'm giving that knowledge is just a compassionate place. Yeah.
Okay, and my last question is, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned in this whole project since you started doing it?
I have learned many lessons, both on my life history and also on project. And my life history, I believe that everything in this world happened with a reason. There is a reason why you are born the way you are. You just take it positive, excel. And also, I have also learned that it's just a matter of time. If you trust God, He can be able to put you somewhere even you could not believe.
Yeah.
And also, I have also learned that farming pays, but it's only pays when you do it in a smart strategy. And I also have learned that you should act positive, be transparent, because when you are transparent, many people will follow your routes. If you are not transparent, they just walk away from you. And let alone you'll come and complain and start accusing yourself that life is not that good, but you are the one who messed up with it. So in this life, always be transparent, be active on whatever that you are doing. Start a journey. You know, a single step start a journey. A big journey starts with a single step. Start somewhere, and God will intervene in between, and also people also will intervene. Right now, the project that you have seen, I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any grant by government or any by well-wishers outside there. But because I have started, one day, one time, maybe there is such a certain organization, we want to give our SRC to someone who is doing something. And then when they came here, now I'll tell them, I want now to expand, but not to tell them that I want to start. I'll tell them now I want to expand. So if I could not have started, even you people today, you could not have come for this interview. But because I started, that's why you came. And also you started the YouTube, that's why you are growing. So today people may not subscribe, may not even view, but you just keep that hope that time is coming. When you continue doing whatever that you are doing, glory will come in between, and also will come with growth, whereby you can be able to do something good. Also encourage those parents that they have children with disability. One thing that I will tell them, they are healers, because there is a difference between a barren woman and a woman with a children with a disability. So by that, getting that child with a disability, already you have graduated from a barren, because there is someone who is playing and asking God, give me a child, even if it is disabled, I will appreciate, so that I can come out from this mockery of different people telling me that I'm barren. So for you getting that person with a disability or getting that children with disability, you just need to love yourself, accept that is the situation, love the child, and behind that child, it is like the way we say about behind the scene, you will see glory out of her, respecting him or her, and also growing with love with her. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. for your time and for. I have a question. Maybe let's say I want to start with poultry. I'm very passionate about poultry farming, and I'd want to actually it's a number from YouTube, and I said I would give you a call someday, but I didn't know this is the day we maybe we're gonna meet. So for starting with the compassionate cage, does one have to have a farm?
It is not about you have a farm or compassionate cage, just a corridor space, because you need a space of 7 by 5 feet that will accommodate a compassionate cage. And also because I know here in Kenya, majority of our people, they don't have that money at once because they are being paid in intervals. We have introduced the Mdogo Mdogo program, whereby you just need to pay your amount. You open an account with us, assuming it's that compassionate case. You tell us maybe monthly you'll be able to be depositing 5,000. So when you finish doing the payment, that's when we deliver. Because now when we tell you that you give us 20,000, then we deliver, you pay us later. Finally, we'll end up messing ourselves, and we might bring hatred in between. To avoid that, that's why we always tell you, you just pay whatever you have. When you finish do the payment, we do deliver what is required for you. Yeah.
So guys, that's it for today. And Francis ana offer training everything about chickens. Ni unataka mayai, unataka kutrainiwa about chicken farming, kuanza kuendelesha, anything about chicken, Francis Wakuku is the place to go. Ako hapa Ndarugo, Thika, karibu na Mang'u. Pia nitawekea hapo direction kidogo, na pia namba yake bado nitawekea hapo, na pia kwa YouTube channel yake anekanga namba yake. Mnafaa kuconfirm na yeye kwanza, kuna watu fake huku nje. So that's it for today. Francis, asante sana for giving me the opportunity. I really do appreciate kabisa. Wow. So guys, that's it for today, and thank you for watching. And finally, remember to subscribe, watch, share, and like my videos. Thank you.